And now the conclusion to our adventure in Goblin Valley.
So Goblin Valley obviously has been around for a long time. In the early 50s, the National Geographic came out and did like a little preliminary study to see if it was going to be a national park, and it wasn't included in the National Park Service. In the early 60s, in 1964, the state said, okay, this is going to, could be something of interest.
Originally categorized as a state recreation area, it was officially designated a state park on August 24, 1964. Visitor numbers were slow to grow, but by the year 2016 had reached almost 200,000 people a year, with May being the busiest month.
It's just really a wonderful experience to be there. When you're with someone that's been there for the first time, it's like, and we can go down there? I said, yeah, let's come on, go down there. And kind of on top, there's like I said, there's a kind of a little pavilion area, and the valley's opened up to you, and you drop down in there, and then what it is, the amazing part about it is that you get down in there, and it's like, you're all by yourself. It can be, the parking lot can be full, but you're all by yourself. It's like, whoa, this is way fun.
Eugene recommends the fall and the spring seasons as the best time to visit Goblin Valley State Park. The average daytime highs in the summer can reach 105 degrees. Visitors won't find many critters living in Goblin Valley, aside from a few lizards and insects and maybe a jackrabbit. Vegetation is limited to hardy desert species, but if the conditions are right, you may just get a wildflower bloom. The vibrant hues among the red rocks and blue skies will act as a constant reminder that the desert is full of vibrant colors. It's not just sand and rocks.
Folks that are going to visit Goblin Valley State Park should always think you're in the desert. So you're going to want to say to yourself, well, it depends on how long we're going to be out. But you're going to want to have some water. You're going to want to certainly have some sun protection. And then kind of orient yourself to where you're at.
The Entrada sandstone goblins are estimated to be around 170 million years old. The time it takes for a goblin to reach 2 to 4 feet in height is roughly 100 years. The landscape is continually changing, and what a visitor sees this year will change next year. The only way a goblin should topple is through acts of Mother Nature. Unfortunately, in October of 2014, a goblin was toppled by some visitors to Goblin Valley. Their claim that the rock was loose was belied by the video demonstrating the effort it took to topple the rock. The multitude that condemns this type of behavior have expressed hope that this action by a few does not endanger future access to Goblin Valley.
It's a great teaching moment. We allow access to the park, and that's the magic of Goblin Valley. And people run around up, over, and through, and in between, and we've really never had any problems that we were aware of until that incident. And maybe that was an awakening. Who knows what's going to happen in the near or even the far future. But right now, we encourage folks to go on there and explore and run around. There's just endless areas to go and do that, and that's the excitement and the joy of Goblin Valley.
For those who want to experience Goblin Valley at sunrise and sunset, there are camping opportunities galore at Goblin. There's a 24-unit campground for RVs and tents, and there are 2 yurts with swamp coolers for those very hot summer days.
One of the other unique things is Goblin Valley is completely off the grid. So we produce and have produced all our electricity since time. And, in the early days, we did it with a generator, with a diesel generator. Now we've got solar voltaic, and we produce all our electricity. So when you go to the campground, you're not going to be able to plug in your RV. We just don't have that kind of power. But there's RV sites, and there's tent sites, and there's a couple of yurts.
In addition to hiking the Goblins, there's also slot canyons to explore. Goblin Valley State Park also has mountain biking and even frisbee golf. But the best activity may be the show that starts after the sun has set.
So something that's happened new for Utah State Parks, and particularly for Goblin Valley State Park, is dark skies. The IDA, the International Dark Sky Association, has deemed and classified Goblin Valley State Park in the gold status for dark skies, and we're rather kind of excited about that.
But dark skies might be a misnomer. Although there is no artificial light, the moon and the stars make it possible to navigate camp without a headlamp. In every corner, a moon shadow.
Some nights you can be out there by yourself, and all of a sudden you become very small. And you're looking at there, and it's just the darkest skies, and it's the calmest, there's not any sounds. We don't get those city sounds and things, and it's rather humbling, I guess, in a lot of ways.
The goal is not only to preserve these natural landscapes, the goal is also to protect them in a way that enables families to have a shared experience and adventure. Preserve them in a way that gives individuals places where they can achieve prolonged peace of mind. Manage them in a way that reminds people that there's more to life.
We all have things to do in this life, and we got to take care of the bills and take care of that. But we need to create memories and get that emotion of the outside and the outdoors. And you do that by getting out there and experiencing that.
People come from all around the world to visit Utah's treasures. On the trails in our national parks, you can hear many different languages. Our state parks have just as much to offer if you know where to go. Keep watching Utopia to discover all the gems. Now, don't go away. More Utopia coming up next.